Welcome to the video. Okay. I'm too quiet.
Yeah, like
okay. This is really hard.
Yeah.
No, this is easy. This is easy.
You can talk louder.
I won't be able to be loud the whole video.
Okay.
This is my normal voice. Oh my gosh, Clipper, you must be having so much fun editing this. Okay, don't put that in video. Keto pizza by the number 10. Some frequently asked questions that I get every single video, nearly every single video, is how old am I? So I am 46 years old. I've been married for 27 years. I've given birth to 10 children, some of which have been 5 to 16 days overdue, so I make some pretty big babies. No, I've never had any plastic surgery or had my face lift or my stomach done or anything, because you'd be surprised how many times I get those questions in the comments. Yes, and I do get regular checkups at my doctor's, which is quite of a really important thing for me. So I get my regular checkups and I'm perfectly healthy every single time we do the blood tests. I'm actually better than healthy, so I feel great. I always have loads of energy and I really like living on the keto diet, but I've been carnivore for quite a while. I'll get into that more in the video. It's probably really weird that I answer those questions. Some of you probably think that it doesn't matter, but it's surprising how many times I get those questions, so I just thought I'd get over and done with it. I think I might put that at the start of every single video just so that I get less of the comments on how old are you married, did you really have your children? Yes, I might be a little bit tiny for having 10 children. And now that we got those questions out of the way, I'm pretty sure that there'll be some questions that you'd like me to answer. Anything else along those lines, just questions about myself, just put them in the comments and I will try and answer them in the next video. For numerous years, I've been asked, what do I eat as a mum of 10? And I've never really thought about it until I got this question asked continuously. I have finally done something about it. I actually got myself like 50 pieces of A4 paper and I've written up to 30 recipes of what I normally eat. But until this question came, I had never actually measured anything I ate, and I finally got it done for you guys. I've actually named every single meal that I eat at home. For me, because I'm really busy working, I actually say to the children, oh, make this meal, make that meal, or then to plan my week's meal. I love planning my meals for the week because I'm a person who will go to a lolly bag and instead of just eating 2 pieces of lolly, I will have to eat the whole bag. Or with a packet of biscuits, I can't just eat 2. I have to eat the whole thing so I can control when I go to sleep, when I wake up, and I exercise. I can look after myself otherwise, but when it comes to food, I like to eat too much. So when I'm on a keto diet, I actually like it because I can eat large amounts of food. Sometimes it's like 0 to 2 carbs, and I've got like my 2 pieces of steak and I've got my salad, and even though it's a huge amount of food, I don't end up putting on weight. But keto diet is somewhere where you can enjoy large amounts of food. If you choose them wisely, it's about staying under 20 carbs a day. I've actually made myself recipes that I already know that I will stay under my day's amount, even though I make a big meal. I'm a person who likes to have restrictions on my life, otherwise I'm gonna go a bit crazy with my food. I like my waking up at 3 in the morning or a little bit before 3 and I do my workout. I like things in my life to be in order. To be able to plan my meals and actually have names for them, I have gone and got 50 pieces of paper and I've written over 30 recipes for you guys. I've actually called it what I call it myself. So every week I'm going to be giving you a few recipes, but yes, there will be some vlogging along the way and normal life at home. I have got over 30 recipes for you. They are for breakfast, lunch and dinner. I've actually in the fridge got a bunch of pizzas and bread and all sorts of different things that I could just go and get what I want. There are certain go-to recipes and you'd be surprised that when you enjoy certain bits of food, you can remember at least 30 recipes in your head without looking at. As I start sharing more recipes, the way I've worked it is because you have to stay under 20 carbs, I have made the recipes in a way that if you go and collect maybe one of my breakfast recipes and then you can look at how many carbs went for breakfast and you go, okay, I've got this this much left for lunch and dinner. And you can look at my lunch recipes and my dinner recipes, and you can think, okay, if I put 6.5 with 11.5, I'm still in my range. So I'm going to try to label all my recipes really clearly so that you can sort of build your day and still stay within your calories, because this is how I've done it, and I love looking at my day and joining things together. Now, I do live on intermittent fasting, so I like to put a lot of my meal into just my night meal because I'm busy during the day, and the less I have to think about breakfast or lunch, it's just easy. I get so much more done in my day. I actually never think about my breakfast and my lunch. But the pizza that I'm going to be making today, it's quite big, so unless it's a movie night, I cannot finish this pizza in one meal. I would probably have half during lunch and half during dinner. When you like to cook a lot of food, someone asks you, how do you make that recipe? You probably go, oh, I'm not really sure. I sort of wing it like pancakes. What I've done to make sure I get it exactly right for you guys is I've actually poured the product into the bowl first of whatever I'm doing, and then I've gone back and look at the scale and see what's on there. And I've put every single recipe exactly how I would normally have it. If it said 123 for almond flour or something, that's exactly what I put in there. As you started watching this channel, I was plant-based. Okay, so I was plant-based for 7 years. And then I became keto for 2 years. Just to look at meat or eggs or anything was just like really, it was disgusting for me, and chicken. And then I've actually been carnivore for quite a while now because that was the easiest thing for my stomach, because the keto wasn't doing it perfectly for me. But just for these recipes for you guys, I have had to hop off carnivore and I've gone on to keto just to get these 30 recipes for you guys. And I've been carnivore for quite a while now, except for my children's birthdays, New Year's Eve. I do live carnivore on the days that I'm not filming for you guys. Otherwise, I've come back to the keto diet just to do these videos for you. My children are mainly plant-based, apart from occasionally eating Australian grass-fed beef. When I have friends over, a lot of them already know, I say, welcome to the ingredient house, because in our house, if you want to have something, you got to be ready to make it from scratch. So welcome to the ingredient house. We don't have processed food here. Maybe on a junk food night or a birthday party, we might have something. Also, when I'm on keto, I'm not on keto full time. I do 3 months of keto and then 1 month off keto. I like to mix things up so I get a balanced diet. A question that I get sometimes is, when I'm on carnivore, do I miss other foods? And no, I don't, because when you get that nice piece of, well, I like my ribeye to be medium rare, and it's just the juiciness of it with the salt is, no, I don't miss other foods. I know everyone out there has different diets and you want to get the right video, so I am going to label my videos really clearly for you. It'll be either keto pizza for plant-based / vegan or keto pizza for carnivores. Because I used to be plant-based, I've got some plant-based keto recipes, and now because I am carnivore, I also have my keto pizza carnivore videos. So if you're carnivore or keto carnivore, you won't accidentally get the plant-based vegan recipes, and vice versa. I would label them very clearly for you, just to keep your stomachs happy. There is an area of fasting, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. But yes, I do fast every single month from around about 3 to 8 days, but it's not for this video. Living on keto means living in ketosis. I'm not going to go crazy into it, but we'll just go over a few little things. It is probably best that you Google it and get yourself familiar with living on keto, and then come back to my videos and you'll understand how these recipes will work really well for you. To keep it really basic, it's not about counting calories, it's about you staying under 20 carbs for the day. I usually like to keep myself under 19 just to be sure, but I don't often reach 19. I'm usually, in a normal day, I'm on 2 to 0 carbs. I know that sounds crazy. Carbs are not bad for you, but I've just worked out how I can eat huge amounts of food, not actually eat a single carb. Now, I didn't mean to, it just worked out that way. I often go to the butcher and I get myself a nice big ribeye, really a nice fatty one. There's some other meats that I like also having. I often have like 6 eggs. This is when I'm on keto. Lots of broccoli. I used to have a lot of cheese, but I kind of don't like hormones and different things. So for that reason, I don't have any dairy anymore, except for these videos just for you guys. And I made a pizza with pepperoni. Pepperoni that I had to get was the only one that didn't have starch in it, and it was beef and pork. Oh my gosh, you guys, I lost 1.8 kg just from eating this pork. I don't like pork. Okay, it's not the cleanest animal. If you are a bodybuilder, I notice the guys at the gym, if they want to gain a lot of weight really fast, they do a dirty diet for a little while and they eat pig for about 2 months. I do a few videos and then I have a few days off fasting to recover from what I've been doing. Now, this is very important. There are certain people that can live on 50 carbs a day, like athletes, and they still stay in ketosis. But for me to go to 50, that would just pull me out straight away. But because I've been doing this for, it's been such a long time, even if I go out with my friends and, for example, I go to a sushi restaurant and I eat one night, my body still stays in ketosis the next morning. I have done tests and I'm still in it because my body is just used to living in that state. So if I throw it off once a month, and I don't have cheat days because I'm already eating what I want to eat. That's why I made all these cookies and cakes and desserts, and I just want to fill you on a little thing. If you feel like having desserts, I'll tell you why. Desserts spelled backwards is stress. That's right. If you are stressed, go for desserts. But I don't often have desserts. Another thing, when you're on keto, you will notice that you will crave a lot of salty food only. You won't really feel like having sugary things. I know that sounds really crazy at the moment, but I don't actually crave sugar. I don't crave the biscuits and the cakes. I still make them sometimes, but I rarely have them. I probably will go up to 2 weeks with absolutely no keto desserts. I've got a movie night, I still pull one out of the freezer that I've already made. I do have a lot of salt, and when you're on keto, do have a lot of salt. It helps you with your electrolytes. I think a lot of you that have been having a problem with craving a lot of sugar, at first it'll be a bit of a shock to your system and you'll think like, how can I ever let go of my desserts? Well, you don't have to let go of them, but you can actually get to the stage where, you will get to the stage where you won't feel like all the time having those sugary, even the sugary keto desserts. You will actually want real salty keto food. I know that sounds weird. It'll make sense when you've started the process. Like when you start the journey, you probably won't, you're like, what am I doing? Don't tell your friends, they'll just think, phew, you've gone crazy. As you get into the journey and you're in there, you're gonna love it. Just know that you're gonna feel weird, and you'll better do it. And you'll feel great. That's enough keto stuff. It's actually more than I was going to say. It can get more technical. I just don't want to get into it right now. And if you're interested to know, babies are actually born in ketosis. You don't have to be on keto. There are so many different types of diets. So many of them are healthy. So this is not the only way to be. This is just something that really works for me. And none of my other family members, none of my children are on keto. This is me, and my children eat totally, well, not totally different food. I sort of make one dinner. That's what you're gonna love about my videos. I will show you. I've actually planned these videos where you can see me making a meal for the whole family, and I will take the keto version and stay within my carbs and still only make one meal. You're gonna love this. It's gonna be so easy, especially if you're busy. If you run a business, you've got a load of children, sport, music lessons, other stuff. These are things that you'll be able to make on the weekend. Just stop for a moment, make a whole heap of them and put them away, and just grab it whenever you need to go somewhere. Right at the beginning of my keto journey, where I didn't know anything at all, first thing I thought that I would have to give up pizza, and that sort of brought a downer on my whole keto journey. And straight away my second thought was, if I was able to make keto pizza, would it taste any good? I started putting products together. Somehow it just worked. When I started on this journey, I had so much to learn. Like, I didn't really know anything about it. And my children said to me, Mum, why don't you start experimenting with your own keto pizzas? The base of the pizza was the first thing on my mind. I thought, how will I make that beautiful pizza crust that I miss so much? I thought to myself, if I could just make the base of the pizza keto, my dream would come true and I could eat keto pizza again. I am happy to say that after much experimentation, I have come up with 8 different keto pizza bases that stay within my carbs, and I'm going to be sharing them all with you, and every one of them tastes so yummy. You are going to love them. But this is the first one that I'm showing you today. I've got so many different ones to come, and none of them are the same. These are like pizza bases that are totally different to each other. I'm also working on 2 different pizza bases right now that are even different, but I haven't perfected them yet. But when I do, I will be adding them. If I don't already, check out my keto pizza playlist. They're probably not there right now, but I'm gonna have a desserts playlist and a lunch, breakfast. I'm just gonna make playlists of everything. So obviously this is my first video, so they're not there now. But if you're watching this much later, they will be there. You won't be hungry often because you live off fat. You'll have to Google it. There's just too much to put in this video. But otherwise, keto allows you to eat larger amounts of food. Not because I'm hungry and I love to sit down and just be with my family. Keto allows me to eat large amounts of food and still feel healthy. And that's one of the reasons that I like being on keto. Or I'm carnivore now, so yeah. Anyway, you know what I mean. I live on intermittent fasting, so I only eat at night. To stay in ketosis, you need to eat under 20 carbs a day. So if you're eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's 20 carbs that you have to use over 3 meals, including if you have any snacks. So remember to think of it as an entire day with just 20 carbs.